Yeah.
And then I said, and she put another one. I said, so how many boys do you have now? And how many girls do you have now? And 1, 2, 3. So immediately, and then the others started coming and they had another kind of discussion and stuff. So it's actually really cool if you really just, I think it's just being zoned in for those little pickups that you get.
Yeah.
I wonder if a person would really make notes, just observe in a week and make notes of the things that you see. How many boxes will you have ticked by the end of that week of things that you wanted to assess,
right,
but you still needed time to do so?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many things would you actually have without, and then at the end of that week, if a person could go and say, all right, so this one I didn't notice, this I didn't see, this I didn't see, so these I'm going to focus on to look for. I'm wondering.
Right. Well, and I'm also struggling too. I just feel like it's, this reporting period is a lot easier because they've made it more simple and they've made it more concrete. But, like, I feel sometimes that it's forced. I feel like I need to ask specific questions, but sometimes it doesn't pertain to what I'm doing. And like Liz and I were talking yesterday, like, do we need to do mini lessons? Do we need to do we need to sit and have a conversation, like, what makes you unique? Like, yes, doing the activities and the things, but
they lead you into things, or they come, or
right.
I think it's finding that magic, I don't know, the magic recipe, or all the puzzle pieces to fit together, because you guys have all the pieces and some of them are fitting already, but others might not be fitting in. And the thing is, it would be wonderful to have everything happening authentically just as they play, right? And you pick up something and you call them to the carpet and you have a quick little discussion about that, and then you pick up. But I think we have different things at our school that others might not have. Like, we have spaces in each, right? Resources maybe, because you guys really need, like, it would be great if you could have classroom without walls.
Oh yeah.
Right? Where everybody's connected and you have a dress up section here and you have this.
The common area even.
It would be brilliant if you guys would have that. Imagine you had for the KGs like a room like the multi-purpose room that is set up for play.
And that's brilliant. I looked at the school NIST in Thailand. Amazing. It just has the common area, and then the rooms are open and they're like facing each other and they're all rounded. So it's all basically one room, but there's like that divider with the common area space, really. And there's no doors. There's no doors.
That's for pre-co for all of KG.
That's for early years. Yeah.
And that is what would be brilliant, right? Imagine you had the big play area like we have our play thing, but double that size, and all your classrooms around it with open doors. And the kids can mingle with each other.
Right.
Okay, but let's get to the point.
Right.
All right, so I struggled with one specific part of the rubric. The lesson was good. They loved the shaving cream. I loved the fact that the way that they tiptoed to where they wanted to be. It was fun. It was interactive. They really enjoyed the video that you showed them about feelings. They were totally into that. And you asked them
Did you see their faces?
Yeah, they had some real cool. Because I was sitting so I couldn't see the video.
Oh my gosh! It was just going through like a silly and then a happy. Like, it was making it's funny, and then them like mimicking it was really funny.
Really, really cool. And then, of course, during that time, when you're starting with a felt storyboard or the people that you put up there, when you mentioned the word teddy bear, that triggered that whole conversation about teddy bears, and everybody wanted to speak about their teddy bears. So I made a note of this, and it would be great if you have a teddy bear day. Bring your teddy bear. Bring your teddy bear to school, and your teddy bears can play with each other, and then you will see how they interact with each other. A lot. You will be able to pick up a lot of things about when the teddy bears are playing with each other. Can you imagine what you are going to figure out there about the language use and specifically think about behavior,
and
about
if they
social
have
skills,
the thing is though, is that if I say bring your teddy bear in, not everyone has a teddy bear, but their parents are going to go out and buy a teddy bear.
Yeah.
But I guess.
But maybe you can just ask who doesn't have a teddy bear, or who has a teddy bear. Okay. No. If you know who doesn't have a teddy bear, then we can organize to bring one. Right. But it sounded as if many of them have. So it's good to find out from the parents.
Yeah.
And see, and it will be great to have a teddy bear come to school play day, and the teddy bears will play, because then you're going to see that role play thing, and you're going to see so much coming out of it. I'm just thinking it might be cool. What else did I see? Yeah, we had Juwaj and Suleiman that were going against Juwaj Spit. Suleiman made jokes of him because he was also, and really teased him because he was wearing the Barney. But Suleiman did use during that time, at first, when he wanted a different smock, he tried to ask and tried to beg and tried to manipulate and whatever, and eventually I did hear him look at the boy across the table, because he actually wanted that one, and he said to that boy, I don't like the one that I have, let's switch. He actually used the words, let's switch.
Really?
But the boy didn't want. So, and that was just before you came and you actually negotiated with him to wear the one. So that was, I made a note of that. He actually said, let's switch. So he did try and make a plan. I loved that the children were waiting so patiently while you were getting everybody dressed with the smocks. They were sitting nicely, they were having quiet conversation nearly around the table, except for the one or two that didn't. And then when you said got it, and they all said got it, that was so cute. He used multiple instructions for them to follow, which was actually really cool for me to see. Instead of just giving them one thing at a time, you gave them like 3 different things that they had to remember. After this, you need to do this, and then you need to do this.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And not all of them remembered that,
right,
but a lot of them did.
I'm always afraid to do that, but
yeah,
and I can always remind.
And the few that started beating on the table, I think the one thing that came from there was when they did that, it made a different pattern. But then the sound, of course. So I think the first person who did that was getting a pattern, because your hand makes a different pattern. And then from there we just escalated. But during this lesson I did see numbers, pictures. The number 1, the number 2, the one made an H, the letter H, and said, this is letter H. Shapes, circles. One little girl, when I was trying to get them to make circles with their hands, she actually started using her fingers, and she saw that she was making a wonderful pattern. She's using all 4 of the fingers together.
Is that John? I think that was John.
Yeah, and then when I said, oh, look at that, so awesome, we can make with 4 fingers. And then they did that, and many of them started making it up. So So I really think that it was a very nice interactive session, and they could go into play of what they were looking or interested in afterwards as well, right? So did you get out of the session what you wanted to get out of it? How did you feel about it?
I felt actually really good about it. They were interactive, and after our session with the PD, I've also to kind of, if I have a goal in mind, like, don't get disappointed that because I wanted to focus on the faces, like making a faces, how did it make you feel, like, and getting them more empathy, to build empathy with each other, and just having that conversation, but then that leads to other conversation. And I feel like it's really important at this age, especially, for them to have, that social interaction with each other. And if it leads to something else, and let them keep talking. I noticed, like, when we were on the carpet, the two girls were talking at the same time, and it was,
yeah, but
they were so excited. And sometimes, like last year, I would stop them and be like, oh, don't talk, but I let them keep talking, because that's building language skills. That's building, like, yes, you have to wait until somebody is finished, but then after, I said, you know what, let's have, one of you have a turn, and then the next can speak when the other one is done.
That's really cool. And while you're talking here, I was wondering, if you might, because not many of them could succeed in making the circle or the face. They tried, right? But instead of that maybe being the main, this is what I would like for you, the main expectation set in the beginning, this is what I would like for you to do, is to draw a face where it might have been obviously the first time, and most of them it's pre-K, right? That they experience the foam and the shaving cream. So a simple question could have been, we're going to play with this, and I want you to tell me how it makes you feel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or how does it feel? It feels slimy and soft and squishy and bubbly, and how does it make you feel? It makes you happy, or it makes you sad, or it's noisy, it makes my ears hurt, or whatever. And then the whole thing from that as well into that next question, or that next session that they had with the toys that they were playing could also have been, so you wanted to choose toys that make you feel a certain way. So you could go and ask, so why did you choose this? How does it make you feel? Or, like more, if the feeling thing was the focus, it could have been like, so how is it feeling to play with this? So for them, does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel happy? Can you do a face about how you're feeling? Can you draw that face? If you're feeling happy, can you make it? Can you show me what happy looks like in the draw picture in the phone? Yeah. So it's just turning that a little bit, instead of making that one, because not many of them made a face.
Right.
They went like Suleiman specific, when he was looking at everybody and the faces, and he did it. But then when he started, he said, mine is not working. Wasn't that what he said? Mm-hmm. And then when he did that, and he wanted blue. So he wanted the table to shine through. Yep. And when he said,
at first I didn't know what he was talking about.
He said, mine is not working. I also want blue. I want blue.
Yeah.
And then he did, and then that amazement in his face, Yeah. So it's interesting to see what they do. But there's a lot of playing that could be made with that thing.
Right.
Like that, how is it making you feel is the focus. Then if that was the focus, then and showing emotion and whatever, then maybe to twist and use it
and that's too
angles.
And that's the really thing that I really want to focus on too, is having them express how they feel.
Yeah.
to use their words and to